Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays to everyone who comes and watches. Thank you for spending time with us. If you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, I should backtrack a little bit for anyone who's watching that's new. The last 3 videos have been about how we've kind of got set into an interesting frame of how things have gone for the last few months. Lots of things have been happening, sickness, people passing away and funerals, and lots of things that are happening in our lives that have kind of turned the tide from being super, super positive to kind of meh, and we're kind of stuck there. And so last week's video was about hitting the reset button and starting Christmas over, because Christmas will be gone eventually. And so now today's video is about how I am just preparing to reset the Sunrise program for Darian in January. It's been all good and stuff like that, but with all of the things that have been happening, I haven't had tons and tons of time to focus on the Sunrise program. And so I really want to be intentional and focused about what we're going to do for next year, or no, the start of next year, 2020. So part of that has been choosing to restart with a few fresh games for him. One has to do with a little bit of reinforcing of a life skill, some math work that we've been doing, but also just a game to organize and whatever, teach him the value. It's very multifunctional, but partly to homeschool and stuff like that. And then one has completely Sunrise oriented. So one of the things that I think all of us have in our house is miscellaneous plastic containers that don't have lids, or you know, you can pick up some really cheap ramekins and stuff like that. And so yeah, this is what I'm going to use to try and clean out my cupboards at the same time as restart my Sunrise program. So the first thing that I want to do, I got it at the dollar store, was this container full of plastic money and just our coins. And what I'm going to do is, in Canada we have something called a toonie, so it's a $2 coin, and I'm just going to take my crazy glue and glue it into this container that I have. And all of this I'm just going to, like, depending on how many containers I have, I'm just going to store in a big Ziploc bag with all of these coins. And it's an organizational game. I will take a marker and put $2 coin on here so that he knows the value of it in numerals, not just by the picture. And yeah, we'll do that for each one. Our loonie, so our $1 coin, there we go, and quarter, dime, and nickel. Now in Canada, a couple of years back, we got rid of our penny. Oh, and I'm throwing it at you. We got rid of our penny, and so while I have lots of pennies, and I do use it for his math homework in Math UC, because the value of a penny is very important. In math, the value of ones is very important, but I really wanted to focus on this being something that I can take into it as a life skill as well. So later on, after he's got the organizing down and the recognizing the coins down, then I can take it to our homeschool place, where he, at the end of his homeschool, earns treats for doing his paperwork. Then he can buy the treats that he is going to get for doing his schoolwork. But instead of doing that at the store, where you might have a long line of people waiting and you're kind of fumbling around with money, or he's fumbling and you're trying to, and you're feeling all stressed and whatever, in this case it's really relaxed, and he can practice that skill in the safety and complete relaxation of home without people judging or looking or whatever. And And I know that sometimes as parents we feel that more, or we're more aware of it sometimes than our kiddos, but they, I think, notice too, especially if somebody's in a hurry or having a bad day. So that's my plan for our money game, which I'm really excited because I think it's going to make a big difference and help us kind of transition from the math homework to getting him used to recognizing the money, and then transitioning him to purchasing it at home, to then purchase outside of the home and give him a life skill. That's the plan for that game. The second game is completely sunrise oriented. I found it, I think, on a YouTube video that the Sunrise Autism Treatment Center of America put together, and so I will link it down below if I can find it. And then I'll link where I found this. I did find it with some eyes and ears, but I decided to do something a little different just because those are more cartoony, and I really wanted more realistic to really get him to focus on eye contact. And it's about building a face. So this one is stark white, and I have a plan for that. So I went on Google and I found, if I typed in wallpaper and then a famous name, whatever name I could think of, I could usually find a wallpaper that people like to put on their computers that's high resolution that I could print on my printer. And it's not on fancy paper, but this is, and I just love this because it's the only face that's really actively aggressive, but it'll give Darian a chance to build silly faces. I'm still trying to decide if it's going to be easier to like cut circles out of the eyes or one big long, I don't know, hot dog shape. I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out. Cut out the nose, cut out the mouth, and then he spends the time building faces. And that's really the purpose, is to get them really focused on the eyes, the different eye color. And I think Darian is into this game because his dad and my eyes and his sister's eyes have become a very interesting thing for him. And he, oh, blue eyes. And I'm like, that's right, I do have blue eyes. So this is, and then whatever is left on the skin tones, I'm actually going to like kind of collage onto this, so it's not quite so dark or stark and kind of scary looking. But I did find a whole bunch of different eye colors, lip colors, because women, we do our makeup and stuff, more real, like natural looks. I got lots of guys because my son is a boy and I really wanted that marked. So yeah, it's looking and finding. I got different ages, so there's more wrinkles and stuff like that. And then I was so happy I found him because he has a very interesting scar over his eyes, so it adds even more interest. And so yeah, any names, faces that you can find that, you know, and then you've got these softer faces, softer tones. Yeah, I just went through my computer or on Google and looked and looked and looked for different things, deep inset eyes, anything that I could find. I was really, really excited about, and I am so thrilled. Facial hair is the other one that I really wanted to kind of bring out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be cutting all of this out over the course of my girls being home so that I'm ready for January when we start again. So I'm really excited, really thrilled with the idea, and really wanting to hit the reset button so that both of us kind of can start the new year off on the right foot and really excited about the games that we're playing. And yeah, it's the way I'm resetting this Christmas or this Sunrise program. I did Christmas last week. So if you need any help or you are wondering why or where I found any of these things, please feel free to ask down below in the questions. And I hope that this Christmas season brings you joy and love and true excitement for your Sunrise programs. Yeah, I'm just so thrilled that I can yeah, share these ideas with you, and I hope that you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.